Yes, get in there, you pussies! You pussies! Finally, Arsenal have beaten Manchester City. Finally, Gabriel Martinelli coming up with the goal to give Arsenal all 3 points. Jesus, what a crap game that was as well, though, guys. Like, we're going to run through it. First half, I mean, we cancelled each other out. By the way, right, let's forget the goal for a moment. Gabriel and Saliba, take your hats off. Yeah, Gabriel and Saliba deserve all the credit in the world today because them two in particular were exceptional. Erling Haaland, I didn't even know that guy was playing. Julian Alvarez, how many times did we see him play like attacking us? Do you know what I mean? You've got to give it up to Gabriel and William Saliba because they was absolutely phenomenal today. And by the way, when the team lineup came out, I was worried. I was shaking. I was thinking, oh my God, what is Arteta doing here? But again, I think you're going to have to credit the manager with this one because we was all saying, please don't play Jorginho, play Thomas Partey. And you know what? I'm going to say it. I think Jorginho had a decent game for Arsenal today. Of course, he got the booking earlier on. But in terms of actually controlling and moving the ball, yes, we can expect him to move a bit quicker and find the half spaces a bit quicker. But he did that reasonably well today. He did that really, really well, in fact. And, you know, even on the booking, you're just thinking, please, please, God, do not make any silly errors when you get a booking like that. And Jorginho was very calm, very, very well, played very well in the midfield today. Declan Rice, you know, we come to expect this from Declan Rice now. It's nothing new. Ben White, thought he defended reasonably well as well. But how do I explain it? It's a poor game, really. Like both teams cancelled each other out. You could see what Man City was setting up to do. They was clearly worried about the midfield area. And, you know, obviously playing Alvarez, Bernardo Silva at DM, by the way, and Rico Lewis in there. They kind of flooded the midfield a lot. You had Phil Foden coming into the central areas as well, off the flanks. Alvarez coming into central areas, which is natural for him as a striker. So the midfield was completely and utterly flooded by both teams. And in that first half in particular, I thought both teams were really lacking width. You know, Gabby Jesus played out of position on the right-hand side. I thought he did okay. I thought he caused a few problems for Guardiola. He looked very nervous for Man City today. Trossard, I thought he did okay. The one thing that I say, though, is I know you trust in this player, Mikel Arteta, but Eddie Nketiah should have come off the pitch sooner, in my opinion. You know, Eddie Nketiah should have been the one to come off the pitch at half-time, not Leandro Trossard, because Nketiah offered us absolutely nothing today. Let's be honest. You know, normally I will credit this guy and say he at least works hard. I don't think he worked particularly hard in that first or second half, and he didn't offer us anything. I think he should have been the first player to come off the pitch today, but he eventually took him off and we won the game. And look, finally, we can get that off of our backs. It's been since 2015, the last 12 games, we have lost to Manchester City in the league. And finally, hopefully, we can take a bit of confidence away from that. Now, of course, I was expecting Arsenal to go out there and show us something today because they had no De Bruyne, they had no Rodri, they had no John Stones just coming back from injury. You know, they had problems of their own. And it's the perfect time to be playing and beating Man City if you're going to. But I thought that in actual fact, it weren't even so much down to personnel today. Of course, we was missing Bukayo Saka as well. Gabriel Martinelli not fit enough to start the game. Thomas Partey the same. So we had our own issues. I think this comes down to tactical nous from the managers. And I think it comes down to having the options on the bench that can come on and change the game. Because like I say, first half in particular, it weren't great from either side. David Raya especially. Like, we talk about this guy, Is he better than Ramsdale? Is he not better than Ramsdale? And normally I credit him highly with his distribution. I thought today his distribution was actually really quite poor, and he looked nervous. He looked like the occasion had got to him. And I was even sitting there saying, look, bring Ramsdale on at half time if you absolutely have to, because we cannot be gifting goals. And we nearly gifted a goal in the first half from a mistake by David Raya. And we're lucky that we managed to get away with that. Apart from that, though, Man City created nothing. And we have to credit ourselves with that, because Saliba and Gabriel had Haaland on absolute lock today. Second half, we come out very much the same thing, very tight, very passive from both teams. And you just think you need that injection of pace. Of course, Martinelli came on at halftime. He'd give Arsenal that injection of pace. But in the first 5 minutes of the second half, you could already see the difference that it was making for Arsenal. We was creating a bit more. We was pushing higher up the pitch. And yeah, it looked a lot better. And it all kind of changed a little bit when Man City brought their substitutes on. You know, you don't tend to see Pep Guardiola bringing 3 subs on at the same time. So the fact that he did that kind of shows just how worried he was about the way in which the game was going. And I've said it all week, guys. I was worried about Doku. Doku was the one that I was specifically worried about, because his pace, his strength, his overall game in terms of just being that out-and-out winger who wants to take his man on, that worried me. That worried me massively, especially with Zinchenko inverting in the midfield, Ben White not being the greatest of, defenders in terms of one-on-one. But we dealt with him really well. Really, really well. And again, I have to credit both of them players and the manager, right? Because the manager recognised that Doku was a severe threat. And I'm glad he did that. And he did exactly what I would have done if I was in his position. He brought on Tomiyasu, very good defensively, very good in 1v1 situations. And we put him on lock. He was on lock. Now, going back to the talking points, right? Because people will want to talk about the first half. People will want to talk about Kovacic. They want to talk about, is that a red card or not? Now, in my opinion, if you go based off of what has happened in previous weeks, you can look at the likes of, what's his bloody name, plays for Liverpool, got sent off a couple of weeks ago. Curtis Jones. Yeah. That's no different. It's very similar. If anything, it's probably a worse challenge, because he's coming from the back of the player. He has no intention of getting the ball. He's not going to win the ball. Yeah, because you simply cannot slide in and go through the back of someone anyway, because it's classed as a foul. So for me, studs raised as well, straight on Odegaard's ankle. If you look at the decisions in previous weeks, you have to say that is a red card. It is. And if that's not a red card and that is a yellow card, then fine. But that second challenge, very, very similar. He was nowhere near the ball. Nowhere near the ball. Took the man before he took the ball. Stupid challenge from Kovacic to make. And he should have received the second yellow card. Now, luckily, that will not be too much of a talking point, because we went and won the game. But more to the point, yeah, VAR, referees, all of that. Not just Arsenal, by the way, not just Manchester City, but as a whole, are crap. Yeah, they're not consistent. VAR was supposed to be brought in to help referees with the game. If anything, for me, it's made the game worse. It genuinely has, because we don't come to the correct decision in the first place. You may as well just scrap this shit. Yeah? Because if it's not getting the right decision, because we've got incompetent people doing the job, you may as well scrap it and just let the referees and the officials do their job, like they did back in the olden days. So that's the only complaint that I have. But yeah, I'm not going to lie. We were lucky, in a sense. We were lucky. Martinelli's goal deflected, wrong foots, Ederson. But it needed something like that to happen. Otherwise, we're coming out of that game with a 0-0 draw. And for me, a very boring game. Everybody was excited about this week. Very excited about this week. Man City, Arsenal, two teams that went at it for the title last season. We're expecting a high energy, really good game. But I look at City and I think they was kind of off it today, and we was as well, very, very passive throughout the majority of that game. And you just look in and thinking, can one team muster up a chance? Half chance, whatever. Yeah. But can they muster up a chance to win the game? And Arsenal did that. And you have to, again, credit Kai Havertz, held the ball up really well in that situation. Didn't try and spin his man or anything like that. Played it simple. Out to Martinelli. Let him have the shot. And that's what happens. You get a little bit of luck. And it was a little bit of luck. But we win the game, guys. We have got that duck off our back now. No more people saying to us, oh, you lose to City all the time. Oh, City this, City that. Yeah. Take confidence from this now, Arsenal. We can beat Manchester City. We can do it. Okay. So that's my thoughts on the game, guys. I'm going to get into your comments in the comments section. Let me know your thoughts and feelings. Of course, make sure you're subscribing to the channel if you're new and hitting that notification bell. It really does help out, guys. It really does. But I am buzzing today. Arsenal have finally beaten Manchester City. So, yeah, get yourselves in the comment section, guys. Let me know your thoughts and feelings. Come on. Come on. Here we go, guys. We've got Arsenal Manic. Dude, what's up with this keeper? He almost gave 3 goals to them in the first 30 minutes of play. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with David Raya today. I really don't. Martinelli transformed us going forward. Rice was immense in midfield, tirelessly and like a warrior, covering both of the midfield for 90 plus minutes. Both Gabbies were quality. Rice, Zinni, all of them. Yeah, I thought the best part of our game today was our concentration. How many times do we see Arsenal have lapses in concentration and give away silly goals? And today, we was impeccable in that department. Yeah, impeccable. The concentration levels from all players across the pitch. A goal only happens in football if there's a mistake. And I didn't see many errors today. Obviously, David Raya is glaring. But apart from that, there weren't many errors on the pitch at all. We didn't give the ball away stupidly, sloppily. We didn't give up positions, dangerous positions to Manchester City. It was an all-round very good team performance. Very good team performance. Nketiah, though, what did he do? Look, this manager's got to rethink this Nketiah thing. Yeah, because Eddie Nketiah is simply not good enough, not ever going to be good enough. And that is just how it is. Rice, baby. Of course, Rice, baby. Wandil, big up yourself, says, yes, get in. Eddie did nothing, says Luke. He certainly didn't. Top pairing. Johnny, well, hello. Who is Arteta out now? Let's not talk too soon, Johnny. He's still got to win something this season. Arsenal versus Man City. Live, says Rocky. Centre-back were amazing today. Everything that came to them, boom, straight out. Yeah, no problem at all. Told you, Partey and Martinelli, second half. You have to credit me with this one for crediting Arteta. Yeah, you did say that. I ain't going to lie. You did say that. Haaland, was he on the field? Who knows, bro? Who knows? I didn't see that ugly bastard today. I didn't see him at all. Buzzing, such a poor game. But the big W against Man City at last. Was Haaland playing, by the way? Who knows, bro? Bravo, says Crispin. Big up yourself. Jesus was man of the match. My favourite player, even though he should only play in striker's position. But he defends like a beast on the right too. That we found out today. Yeah, I thought Jesus did okay today. But there were better players than Jesus for Arsenal, I think. Declan was solid. He certainly was. £102 million is looking like a great, I don't want to say bargain, because £102 million is a lot of money, but it's looking like a great investment by Arsenal. Rice, man of the match. Yeah, I think Saliba and Gabriel were better. Saliba and Gabriel were absolutely top class today. Bro, they see you. Yeah. Rice, Saliba, Gabriel, very good. Martinelli's energy changed its second half. I don't want to see Nketiah in this side again. Big up. Big up. We've got Steve in the chat as well. Big up. We've got Johnny Boy. Our defence was solid apart from Raya, but he grew into it. I love Saka, but Martinelli is my guy. Martinelli is a big game player, by the way. Martinelli goes very under the radar, I suppose, in a way, because of Bukayo Saka being, so good as well. That Martinelli isn't. I find Martinelli's not as appreciated as what he maybe should be, because he does come up with some big game goals, and he was our top scorer last season. Let's not forget that. Luke says Jesus' work rate. He kept going all game. Amazing work rate. Declan Rice, man of the match for me. He was everywhere. He certainly was. Yeah, he certainly was. It's hard to pick man of the match, and that's good. It's good that we're looking at 3 or 4 different players that could potentially be man of the match for Arsenal today. On my personal view, I just think Gabriel and Saliba were unreal today. I thought our press was good from Odegaard, but when he does, Eddie doesn't press to help. He's so slack. He pressed at the wrong time. Yeah. The thing is, right, Odegaard, I don't think he had a very good game at all today. Martin Odegaard. I don't think he had a great game at all. His pressing is very good. But yeah, I mean, I look at this guy and he's the captain. He's supposed to be the guy that, takes the game by the scruff of the neck. I just really don't see that with Martin Odegaard at all. But look, we won the game, so who cares? What a win. Get in, Pep, you bold fraud. Yeah, I don't know about him being a bold fraud, bro. I have to credit Zinni for once. He defended well today. Yeah. This is the other thing. Zinchenko defended very well today. Very, very well. Well, me backwards. I did not expect that. Good evening and come on, you Gunners. Exactly that. I believe our defense was that good. It certainly was, bro. It certainly was. They were absolute class today. Absolute class. By the way, there's over 100 of you currently watching right now. Make sure you're slapping them like buttons. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you're new. And of course, hitting that notification bell as well. Come on. Are you going on the Football Terrace after this stream and watching that? Also, yes, I will be on there. I will be hopefully going on there when this stream is done. So make sure you come over to that as well. Bravo, you Gunners. We finally broke the jinx. Perfect teamwork. Nketiah, please leave Arsenal. Couldn't have said it better myself. They banned me. Banned you? What do you mean banned you? Havertz assist. Who would have thought? Gunnar Lee was fuming when he came on. Nearly went out the studio and run at the stadium for Arteta's head. 15 minutes later, I always rated him. This is the thing, right? It's so funny how opinions and that can change quickly after one good result. But we'll see. Odegaard wasn't terrible, just wasn't effective. Well, yeah, that's terrible. He's not effective. He's your number 10. He's supposed to be effective in the game. But, we'll give him a pass today. It's all cool. It's cool. Brandon, Man City only had one shot the whole game. It, again, reiterates my point. Gabriel and Saliba were immense today. Immense. Liked with both accounts, lol. Big up yourself, Johnny. Make sure you're doing that. We nullified Man City. They didn't have a sniff. I love this club. I love Arteta. Brandon, how many points do you think we're getting this season. Yeah, that's an interesting one because we go into the international break now. Joint top Arsenal, joint top of the league with with 8 games played on 20 points, 2 points ahead of Manchester City. We got 87 points? No, we didn't even get that last season, did we? Was it 87 points? I can't remember now how many points we got last season. I think to win this league, you've got to look at 90 points. 90 points plus, you've got to. Because I believe Man City will get that, regardless of today. My main account with that picture is banned, my guy. I don't know why. It happened to me on multiple platforms. Who knows? Who knows? Well, sorry if I offended someone. Not my intention. I don't want to see Havertz in midfield again. He's a false 9 or a target man. Yeah, he did that role really well when he came on, to be fair. Yes, Spurs and Arsenal unbeaten, battling for the league. If that is not a dream rivalry, don't know what is. Yeah, Spurs won't last, bro. I'm telling you, Spurs won't last. All right, people in the comments need to chill a bit. Wolves beat them last week too. Yeah, that's true. That's the first time, by the way, that Manchester City have lost back-to-back Premier League games since 2018. 2018. Brandon, I'm a Chelsea fan, but if Rodri plays, you lose. You are not that good. Chelsea are looking good. We are better. Brandon, are you scared to play Chelsea? No, bro. I'm not scared to play Chelsea one little bit. You're still in transition. You know, you're going to get moments where you look really good and you're going to get moments where you don't look so good. And that's where Chelsea are at the moment. If Rodri plays, do we lose the game? Potentially. But we'll never know. We'll never know because Rodri didn't play. So, you know, it is what it is, bro. Got it. Big up. And that's it. Whatever. But listen, guys, I'm going to jump out of here. I'm going to jump straight onto the football terrace right now. Make sure you head over to there and come and join us and listen to what everybody else has got to say as well. Thank you all for, of course, tuning in. Arsenal winning the game. Come on, Gabby Martinelli. Make sure you slap them likes up, guys. Hit that subscribe button as well. Don't forget to do that. And yeah, I'm out of here, guys. Hey.